I'd have to be a princess. And you are, dear.
Digital artist Helen Morgun has reimagined Disney princesses as some of our favorite celebrities, and we're in love. Join us as we ponder what the princesses would have been like if they'd been portrayed by these ladies. Keep watching to the end to discover which Disney princess has been recreated as 4 different stars, one of whom is a big sneak peek for fans of live-action remakes.
What do you think? Do you like it?
We're starting with the artist's favorite portrait from her series, and that's her very first picture from back in August 2018. Rachel McAdams is a designer Cinderella in a Zuhair Murad dress and Jimmy Choo shoes. We'd love it if Rachel brought a touch of Regina George's Queen Bee sass from Mean Girls to the character. Just imagine that. Of course, there's already been a live-action remake of Cinderella, with Lily James as the lead. Do you think Rachel would have been a better choice?
You're like really pretty.
Thank you.
So you agree?
In the artist's 21st century update, Snow White swaps her poisoned piece of fruit for an Apple phone instead, and Lily Collins is just perfect as the first ever princess Walt Disney created. That's because she's already played the part in the 2012 movie Mirror Mirror.
They need to see who you really are.
You can watch Helen's process in the speed paint videos she uploads to her YouTube channel. Just see how the image emerges right down to the blue nail polish. Moana is one of the artist's favorite princesses, so Selena Gomez is honored to be cast in the role. With that wavy dark hair, it totally works visually. But do the two have anything in common? Well, Moana has magic water powers, and Selena certainly knows a thing or two about magic. After all, she starred as Alex Russo in the magical Disney Channel series Wizards of Waverly Place.
You're beautiful, and I'm going to keep painting you.
We've already seen Belle represented by Emma Watson in the live-action remake, but Helen's recreation of the book-loving princess has a much darker edge. Just look at Millie Bobby Brown's nose and that broken glass. It totally fits the Stranger Things actress. As the artist says, Millie is a beauty who always has a monster in her work. More than a year earlier, Helen recreated Belle as Emilia Clarke in a much more bookish pose. Which is your favorite? Speaking of Emma Watson, when the artist wanted to recreate Anna from Frozen 2, she chose this English actress to step into the part. As we know, Emma completely gets what it takes to be a Disney princess.
My father taught me to dance. I used to step on his toes a lot.
But we can't help but think the smart Hermione is more suited to being bookish Belle than enthusiastic Anna. A year previously, Helen recreated Anna as Cara Delevingne. Which do you prefer? Every Anna needs an Elsa, and Helen has given those Ice Queen honors to Margot Robbie. The artist has a special place in her heart for Elsa, as she always dressed as a snow queen at Christmas parties as a child. She also recreated Elsa as Margot a year earlier. It's interesting to see the changes between the two portraits, showing the differences in Elsa between the two films. The Australian actor knows how to play an iconic Disney woman, having portrayed Jane in The Legend of Tarzan in 2016.
You must know that this is very peculiar.
Jane from Tarzan was intended to be part of the official Disney Princess lineup in 1999, but was removed as her color scheme was too similar to Belle's. As we've seen, Margot Robbie portrayed her in the live-action remake, but Helen chose to recreate Jane as Elizabeth Olsen in her series of portraits. Elizabeth has such a perfect look of sophistication in this recreation. Of course, that's quite the change from her part in the Marvel Cinematic Universe as Scarlet Witch. But that's what acting's all about, being adaptable.
It's all our fault.
Hey, look at me. It's your fault. It's everyone's fault. Who cares?
When it comes to choosing who would be Merida, you automatically think of her flowing red hair. So it's no surprise that the artist recreated the Scottish Pixar princess from Brave as Emma Stone. Just take a look at the photo versus art side-by-side comparison. Emma would be amazing playing this feisty character. Speaking of feisty characters, Rihanna is a strong, confident woman, and Tiana from The Princess and the Frog certainly knows what she wants and goes for it. They both understand the importance of hard work.
I gotta make sure all Daddy's hard work means something.
After all, Riri works pretty hard as Petty Officer Cora Rakes in the 2012 sci-fi action movie Battleship. You only need to look at that steely determination in her eye in the side-by-side photo versus art comparison to know this is a fitting recreation. Rapunzel is such a dreamer, so full of optimism and enthusiasm, and that really reminds us of Amanda Seyfried, particularly her role as Sophia in the Mamma Mia movies.
Sam's the one! I know he is.
So we're super pleased that the artist chose to recreate the long-haired princess as this actress. Not to mention, of course, the fact that they look like carbon copies of each other. That blonde hair, those big eyes. Helen has totally nailed this recreation. Disney might have created Aurora many decades before Rapunzel, but the two princesses have a lot in common. They're both dreamers, and they both have skills with food. Rapunzel bakes, while Aurora goes off to collect berries in the forest, which we can so see Blake Lively doing. She describes herself as a foodie and a cook, and Martha Stewart is her idol. So we're really pleased to see that Helen recreated Aurora as Blake. She looks the part too, right? Given that Disney princesses love to sing, it makes sense to choose a singer. Camila Cabello would bring so much fun to the part of Jasmine, and she's already getting experience in the world of Disney princesses. Not as Jasmine though, but as Cinderella in Sony's live-action musical adaptation of The Tale. Isn't it cute how she has a cat rather than a tiger in the portrait? And just check out that bling. Helen also created a portrait of Naomi Scott, who played Jasmine in the 2019 live-action remake of Aladdin.
What did you say? Do you trust me?
Although Lucy Liu didn't star in Disney's 2020 live-action remake of Mulan, she got Helen's vote as the perfect person for the part. When the artist was deciding whom to recreate the brave soldier as, she chose the actor who's shown her action credentials many times. We only have to mention Charlie's Angels, but there are plenty of other action movies Lucy has starred in. In this recreation, Lucy is dressed as Mulan in her long-haired and robed days, rather than in her days as Ping the soldier. We'd love to see that recreation too.
It is my duty to fight.
The artist chose a pop star from Britain for the part of Pocahontas, and that's Leigh-Anne Pinnock from the girl group Little Mix. With her long, straight, dark hair, she's just perfect for that iconic scene when the wind lifts Pocahontas' locks up where they belong. Twitter fan accounts have compared Leigh-Anne to the Disney princess before, too. We can't help but wonder which Disney princesses should be recreated as the other members of Little Mix. Let us know what you think in the comment section. Although the title character from Alice in Wonderland isn't an official Disney princess, many fans consider her part of the group. She's been included in Disney Princess Sing-Along CDs after all. And isn't Riverdale's Lili Reinhart interesting as the curious blonde-haired character? She certainly gives her an edge.
How did you even learn how to do that?
My dad and I fix cars together.
We love how she's not as cutesy as other depictions, and the Cheshire Cat looks cunning too. 3 months before this portrait, Helen had recreated Alice as Amber Heard. Which version do you prefer? Kidda is an inspirational character. She becomes queen in her movie, Atlantis: The Lost Empire. Although she's not an official Disney princess, she's part of the larger group, and she wears awesome makeup. Who else is as inspiring and unique? The singer Billie Eilish, of course. She's totally rocking those marks on her cheek, and quite frankly, you should see her in a crown. We'd love to see her adopt this style for one of her music videos. Princess Vanellope von Schweetz may only be 9 years old, but she's not someone to be reckoned with. And who better to recast her as Ariana Grande? The star of Wreck-It Ralph actually brought all the other princesses together in her sequel, Ralph Breaks the Internet, and even got them to wear casual clothes.
I guess it's back to the gowns, girls.
It was lovely to meet you, Vanellope.
So it's more than appropriate that Ariana is wearing Vanellope's green hoodie. Those candy hair accessories really suit her too. Don't you just love how Ariana's finger tattoo has been recreated to spell out Vanellope? Genius. Megara and Megan Fox are a perfect pair. They both share the same shortened first name. When Helen recreated the character from the 1997 movie Hercules, she chose the Transformers actor to take on the part, and we're loving her red hair. Although we're most used to seeing Megan with dark hair, she dyed her locks red in 2013 for her role in the live-action Ninja Turtles movie.
Yeah, that's what family's for, Raph.
And if Megan sees this portrait of herself as the feisty character from Hercules, we think she'd be keen to go back to being a redhead. We feel for poor Esmeralda from the 1996 movie The Hunchback of Notre Dame. She was one part of the official lineup of Disney princesses, but she's been off the list for several years now. However, Helen is still interested enough in the kind character to recreate her as a celebrity, and she chose Mila Kunis to step into the role. The actor knows what it's like to portray a fairy tale character. She played the Wicked Witch of the West in the 2013 fantasy film Oz the Great and Powerful.
Deep down, you are wicked.
With that big purple ribbon and big gold hoops, Mila looks just right as Esmeralda. Now would her husband, Ashton Kutcher, be willing to take on the part of Captain Phoebus? We're not so sure. We're finishing with Ariel recreated as Halle Bailey, the actor who has the honor of playing the Little Mermaid in the upcoming live-action remake. This portrait gives fans a sneak peek of how Ariel could actually look on the screen, including a speed paint video. But that's not all. The artist also recreated the Little Mermaid as 3 other celebs: Alyssa Milano, Nina Dobrev, and Sophie Turner. Which one do you prefer? Check out more of Helen's amazing portraits over at her Instagram account at Helen_Morgan. And before you go, tell us which one of Helen's recreations stood out to you the most in the comment section below.
Who made your gown? I've never seen anything quite like it.
Please give us a big thumbs up and remember to hit that subscribe button to be the first to watch our latest videos. Thanks for watching!